Trinity Baptist Church. I'd like to go today to Zechariah 13. I was talking last week with Pastor James about how the hymn, How Firm a Foundation. And one of the verses that I particularly appreciate is the one about when we will walk through fiery trials and God will use them to consume our dross and refine that which is like gold. And this is a biblical idea. God is called a refiner in the prophets, like Zechariah in the New Testament. You know, this process of melting down gold so that the impurities can kind of rise to the top and be skimmed off, and what you're left with is pure. This process doesn't sound that appealing to the gold. But God uses this a few times to say this is one of the ways he works in his people. And it says in Zechariah 13, 7 through 9, "Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, against the man who stands next to me, declares the Lord of hosts. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered. I will turn my hand against the little ones. In the whole land, declares the Lord, 2/3 shall be cut off and perish, and 1/3 shall be left alive. And I will put this third into the fire, and refine them as one refines silver, and test them as gold is tested. They will call upon my name, and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people, and they will say, the Lord is my God." It was interesting that the gospel writers, or one of them at least, I think it's Matthew, refers to this passage when Jesus is arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane and all his disciples flee. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered. You know, God has been on both sides of this prophecy. He made it and he has experienced it, that being abandoned. And yet even so, especially so, knowing that God knows what it is like to see his disciples flee, there is extra assurance in this promise that sometimes hard times, which many of us have seen this year, are refining times. There are times when we will come out more like he wants us to be on the other side, and most importantly, that what we look for ahead of us, even through the fire, is this: they will call upon my name, and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people, and they will say, the Lord is my God. Our hope is that he is changing us, but our ultimate hope is him himself, the Lord, who is our God, and will say of his people, they are mine.